and tarrying over Mommy Dearest. I don't even want to discuss it in my interview, or on this Lloyd Webber thing. Those are negative. And I notice that you have nothing in about Marlon Brando. You have nothing in about Johnny Depp, which I did 2 films with. I don't expect you to get him for an interview, but you could put some footage in of the Costa Rica movie, which I was brilliant in, and it was not well sold in this
because all
country.
they need to do is go to the doctor's office, pull up their dress, show the doctors their panties, and they'll get any prescription they want. And go in there, get some Percodan, get some morphine, and you'll never worry about cramps again. What's wrong with these bitches?
I've never done that.
I'll take hardcore narcotics and you'll never feel any pain.
Jeff was out with these girls this weekend, the girls that I brought over to his house. I bum rushed him at 11 in the morning.
Right on.
And it turns out that one of the girls has a direct line to prescription drugs, and Jeff's like, oh! It was like he met his soulmate right there. You should have seen him open up. He got all red and happy, and I can see birds flying out of your head. You're like, we have to hang out more.
Oh, I know. I mean, my doctor is in New Jersey. Actually, he's in Atlantic City, and I have to go through this like black market ordeal to get my pills. And so I had to go and get on the clonidine patch this weekend, which is no laughing matter. It's hard.
I think PMS is all subliminal. It's like taking pills, you know? The doctor says it's going to work, but you think it's going to work, so therefore it works.
Dilaudid works.
Well, I'll treat you. How you doing, man? It's something we need, we have to have in our lives. One great thing about 98.7, right? You give the music to these people. Yeah, you got a few commercials here and you got your thing, so what? You're giving us music. We're tuning into these radio waves and we're bumping it, and it's something we have to have. We respond as humans to these sound waves, and we need
Not right. It's usually just for me. You know what I mean? And I'm just like trying to get you something, so I just write about it. And the culmination of that song is me getting through it. And so I think a lot of people connect to cancer while he was going through it, and while I was going through it. I had a 2-year-old daughter at the time, and I was like talking about being able to barely eat, standing in county lines, and I was just like, I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not the only person that's going through this. At time, like, it's something I don't want to.
Some people just cling right onto a lyric, you know, and they can.
Yeah, I feel that personally with some of my music. Like when I've shown like friends or family, like new songs, especially from the Let It Go album, like it's very dark and it's very heavy. But like that was the 1-year anniversary of me like hanging myself.
Well, see, that's okay. So what I would do with you as a producer, what we do instead of here's what we do: you go and you get the family, you go to these people, anything that's distracting to the artist. This is what you do as a producer. You get all that stuff out. I mean, this is going to be disappointing to you, but these guys that will come and go, you know what, this is a time we're going to do, you know, for sobriety, or this is a time for this. You know what? No, it's not. Because when you're recording and you're doing something for an artist, you don't need any kind of distractions or any kind of like, that's your own, set your own boundaries of where you want to go with something, but you don't need some person in the background telling you you can't do this or do that, because it really, the whole point of that process is like going to those places and you don't know where you're going to, right? Yeah. You don't want to hold back the fact that you almost killed yourself. You know, that's something that you want to bring out in your art. You see what I'm saying? So I would be very careful with you and very sensitive, but I would also get family members and people with like, that are bringing up resentments or anything. I'm not saying you personally, but that kind of stuff doesn't have any place in that process.
Well, like I respect their opinions. Also,
well, that's your choice. Yeah.
Other people like don't really get where I'm coming from. Right. I see it as like a part of the past now.
But I look at it and just think, you know, Beatles, you go back and all the great Stones all played for 10,000 hours at clubs and stuff in order to get to that place where you can, it was second nature. It was like, it was flawless as far as their timing and their delivery. They had to play multiple times during the day, and they really did struggle, those bands, believe it or not.
Pack and unpack all
yeah.
And set it up.
Yeah, I mean, there was like the Beatles, like from the 60s, 50s and 60s, you know, those bands had to really do the work. And a lot of times these artists nowadays, one of the things, just because someone has 1 million views or that really sucks, because it's, I mean, you cut down a lot of what goes into, you know, building that.
True artistry.